Okay friends, this is the video that has been more requested than anything else, how I was able to go from this to this in a year as a 43-year-old perimenopausal woman. Yes, I'm in perimenopause. I'm just gonna own it, I'm gonna say it. We shouldn't have to be afraid of it. So I'm gonna go put a shirt on because I actually don't walk around like this. And let's get into it. Okay, so let's get into it. Please feel free to ask me any questions down below and I can either do another video or I will answer them in the comments. I'm going to try just to kind of take you through what was going on in my mind and in my body. And I think I'm gonna talk about the food in another video. I'm just going to make this one about exercise. So the beginning of last year, January 2024, I was over my 5-pound fluctuation. All women, we fluctuate 5 pounds, and that's what I give myself. Of course, I feel best at the bottom of my 5 pounds, but I'm totally fine, you know, a high sodium meal, a week of vacation, or that time of the month, I'll be at the top of the 5 pounds, and that's totally fine. Anywhere in those numbers, I'm happy. Well, I started noticing the November before, I was like dancing more at that top number and 1 or 2 pounds up. And that was becoming my normal. And that I was not okay with. But I was like, let's just get through the holidays, you know, do our best not to gain, which I didn't, and then we'll figure it out in January. In January, I really realized, you guys, that I was in perimenopause. My cycle has become really erratic. It will not, I won't have it for 3 months, and then I'll have it, I'll have like 4 periods back to back every 20 days, and they're really heavy, and I'll bleed for 7 days. And I just hate at 43 that I'm in perimenopause. I don't know why. Well, I know why it bothers me, but I don't know why I am. My mom didn't go through it until she was like 48, 49, but I know it's just a fact of life. It lasts 10 years, whatever. But the thing is, I was noticing changes in my body, and everyone always says, your body starts to change when you get older. I was like, well, not me. I eat right, I work out, it's not gonna happen to me. Well, as you can see from that picture before, I was starting to get fat accumulating around my belly button. And even when I was 20 pounds overweight, I never had fat like up here. I couldn't pinch anything up here. I was really heavy through here, and I could like grab handfuls on my side. Like this, here to here is where I carried the majority of my weight, in like the back of my arms, never up here. I always had a small waist. So I was like, okay, this isn't cool. I could like make a donut. Not cool. And I knew I had to make some changes. I knew I had to make some changes. I have always worked out. I love to work out, but I don't like to be strenuous in my workouts. You guys know I love my walks, and I always did Pilates type bar workouts. I didn't like to get my heart rate up. I could do half of the workout laying down. I know that sounds really lazy, but I had pretty good muscle tone. I wouldn't say I had like big muscles, but I felt like I was like keeping my body together, if you will. I have tried several times to lift weights over the last 5 years. I started going to the gym to lift weights. That always broke me out. I did different programs. I either hated the program, I just wouldn't work out at all because I didn't like them, or I would lift weights and I felt really puffy. And I think that's because I wasn't eating enough protein. So I was breaking down the muscle, but I wasn't eating enough protein to build them back up. So I said, okay, Kelly, that's it. You have got to make some changes, and we're gonna make this stick this time. You are going to lift weights. So this is what I did. So if you don't like to lift weights, but you want to, this is the video for you. So in January, I started going to the gym. We have a gym here, I pay for it regardless, and I never go. I started going and I started doing the circuit. And that was really easy for me because again, like you're sitting down doing the circuit. Again, I know that sounds lazy, but I didn't mind it, right? Like I didn't mind it. But then I kept breaking out. Something about going to the gym makes me break out. I tried everything you could ever think of, and I was still breaking out. I was like, okay, this is not for me. So in February, I decided I was gonna start lifting at home. Now, mind you, it's been a month and I've seen no changes, and I really want to give up, but this is the time that I've decided, Kelly, I'm not going to let you give up. You are gonna do this for 6 months. So I just started doing 10-minute videos, 10-minute strength videos, and I used the Obey app, and I would do 2 leg day, 2 arm days, and an ab day. And I would, instead of putting in the bar workouts when I searched, I'd put in strength. And after about 3 weeks, I started feeling more comfortable. So I would, at the end of that 10 minutes, I would start doing a few of my own little moves. So before I knew it, I was up to 20 minutes. And then I think I quit. I quit again for a month because I don't know, just something happened and I didn't want to do it anymore. So I stopped and I went back to my Pilates workouts. And guess what? I realized I anymore. I was like, you know what? I actually feel like this is a waste of time. If I'm gonna commit 30 minutes to doing Pilates, I might as well do 30 minutes of strength training because I know it's going to change my body if I don't give up. So I had like 2 weeks where I gave up. I gave up a couple times, you guys. I had about 2 weeks where I gave up and I got back into it. This time I found Carolyn Gervon on YouTube, and she is what totally changed the game. She has this like cute, adorable little body. She looks like, I think she's German. She's like this tight little compact muscle Barbie. And I was like, I want to look like that. So I'm going to do her videos. And I started with the 20-minute ones because again, I felt like I could do 20 minutes and they were so hard. I had to lay on the ground afterwards. But when I found her program, that's when I started seeing changes. And once I started seeing changes, that's when I really stuck to it. So now we're like at the end of March. The changes aren't huge, but I am seeing changes. I'm starting to see a little muscle definition in my arm. I'm getting really good abs, which is crazy because I wasn't doing ab exercises. A few of her videos were like arms and abs, but for the most part, I was not doing abs, and I really focused on abs before, and I started to see my weight finally start changing. So you guys, don't give up, because this took me like 4 months of being pretty consistent to start seeing changes. And I just had that mind shift that if I want to have muscle mass, I have to say, I'm not a Pilates girly anymore. I'm a strength training girl. I'm a gym girl. I would literally psych myself up in the morning by saying like, come on, you're a gym girly. I had like my little gym drink I was drinking, and I just tried to have a whole mind shift. And I did it with Max, which is fun because Max is my 6-year-old and he loves to lift weights and be in our home gym with me. So we did it together, and that made it more fun. So eventually I was able to go up to her 30-minute videos, and I did those all summer long. All summer, 4 days a week, I did those videos. You guys, I was so proud of myself for doing them, committing to them, sticking to them. I got so many of my Instagram friends on them, my real life friends, even my doctor started doing Carolyn Gervon. Her program was literally absolutely incredible, and it's all free. So now I'm doing Laura, I think it's like Gleisberg's program. It's a printable, which is really fun. Just because I went through all of Carolyn's free workout videos on YouTube, I wanted to like mix it up. So I'm really enjoying that program as well. So now I'm doing it still 4 to 5 days a week, and it's fun. I've gotten a lot stronger. I feel stronger in my body. I've lost, I've lost 7 pounds on the scale, but I lost, 10 pounds of fat, and I gained 3 pounds of muscle. Isn't that incredible for a woman who is 43? And what's even more important is 2 of those pounds were visceral fat. So if you don't know, visceral fat is the dangerous fat. That's the fat that accumulates around your organs. Like, you can't pinch it, it's in your organs. And that is so dangerous for men and women when it comes to heart disease, especially as you get older. So I had a scale that was tracking everything, and then the app disappeared from the App Store, which is so sad because I don't have any of that data anymore, and I wasn't writing it down, but I do remember at the end, I think it went out maybe like 2 months ago. So I feel like my weight hasn't changed. I don't feel like I'm really putting on any more muscle right now because I'm just trying to maintain. I have a lot of muscle. I can really see it when I'm walking. My legs are never just gonna look ripped when I'm just at rest because I just have bigger legs, bigger leg muscles, and that's where I carry more of my fat. But I feel like my arms are super ripped. My abs look good, but I still have that feminine look. So if you are thinking, I don't want to lift weights because I don't want to get big, that definitely is a myth, and that is something I was really afraid of. But the good news is, if you look bigger than you want, you can just stop and the muscle will go away really quickly, which is like a good and a bad thing when you're putting on muscle. But don't be afraid of that, because usually if you feel like you're getting bigger, it's just because you need to reduce your calories to lose body fat as you're putting on muscle, which I changed a lot of what I was eating. I changed kind of my approach to eating, which I will go through in another video because I don't want to make this video super long. But I really would encourage any of you, if you are over 40, start lifting weights. I know it's really trendy right now to lift weights, at least on my Instagram, because I like to follow people that are older than me. I really don't care what 20 and 30-year-olds are doing because you can pretty much do anything and look great. I want to know what the women post-menopause, perimenopause, what are the menopause doctors saying? Those are the experts that I am listening to as a dietitian, because that is aspirational to me. So everyone says to lift weights. We got to do it. I even got my mom lifting weights. And it feels good. It feels good to be strong. I still need my husband to open up all my spaghetti jars and my salsa jars, but I can do, I thought I could do pull-ups, but somebody rudely told me on Instagram I was doing chin-ups. They were much easier than pull-ups. And I was like, well, I was that like 10-year-old at the, that little fitness test at school. I couldn't even hang on the bar. So the fact that I can pull myself up, I can pull myself up 3 or 4 times like that, and I can do hanging abs, which is really cool. So just have that mind shift change. If you want to be a healthy eater, you got to eat healthy. If you want to be a gym girly, you got to go to the gym. If you want to be like a muscle girly, you got to lift weights. So whatever you want, you can be. It doesn't matter how old you are. You just need a plan. And the biggest thing I want to tell you guys today is just don't give up. I have given up lifting weights so many times over the years, so many times. And now I don't have any regrets because, it makes us who we are today. But I just keep thinking, gosh, what if I started this when I was 30? Like, think how much muscle I have, or, like where I was gaining weight last year, that wouldn't have happened if I had more muscle. So I definitely can tell it has improved my metabolism because I'm getting hungrier early in the day. I feel like I can eat, again, we'll do eating in another video, but I definitely feel like I have a little bit more wiggle room with food because I have more muscle mass, and I think I look better in my clothes. So I haven't had to buy any new clothes, which is nice because I like my clothes. I don't want to buy new clothes, but everything is fitting a lot better. So you guys, go lift weights. Go do something today to lift weights. Even if it's 5 minutes, if that's where you start, it is worth it. You are going to look better, you're going to feel better, and you're really going to start to improve all your metabolic markers, which I'll talk about more in my food video as well, but that is really important as we age. So I am gonna go have a healthy, high fiber, high protein lunch. I have some leftover tofu veggie curry that I'm gonna go enjoy, and leave me some comments down below if you have more questions about this and if you want me to do a follow-up video. Okay, bye guys, make sure to like and subscribe too.